So, walking to the bathroom, believe it or not, I did find some game stuff today. And believe it or not, the person that I bought the game stuff from is a guy I talked about in another video where I came up behind someone. I was like, in the other video, I was like, oh man, I missed out on one thing. They told me they had a whole bunch of Super Nintendo stuff. They sold everything $15, tons of games, this and that. Well, that guy had cleaned up on it. But what he had left when I walked by was he had a Super Nintendo system with 2 controllers, power supply, and one of them old AVs. But actually, it also has the newer AVs, right? And then he had a random game in it. Where is it? Is there another? I'm going to have to go back to him and see if he didn't give me that game. Alright. Anyway, he had a random game in it, and he had Yoshi's Cookie with the paper. He wanted $45 for that, the random game, and this stuff. And he wanted $10 for Yoshi's Cookie, right? Which would have been $55. I talked him all the way down to $50, but I got to go back and check on that random game, and I'll show in another video. So anyway, he bought all this stuff for $15, got it super cheap, super bargain, and he scored big time. Unfortunately, I came late on that, but I did get this. I paid more than I like to pay. The thing about this stuff for me is, yeah, I'm still looking to see if that game's on. The thing about this stuff for me is that, I mean, it did have 2 controllers. I'm going to do this game con. And hopefully, I'm not going to make a lot on it, but I'll be able to sell it at the game convention. The other thing I bought today was I bought this set of Heroes Season 2, disc 1, 2, 3, 4, $1 a piece. I bought that for a friend of mine who saw Season 1. And then I got this whole tray of CDs for $5. It's mostly classical and Reader's Digest stuff. Hey! And my wife's going through it. I'm not going to bother showing it. It's nothing to brag on. I mean, it is. It's a good deal. It's cheap. I'm mostly going to use the cases and then sell the other ones for cheap price. Okay, I was just talking about this. I got Yoshi's Cookie, the game, a manual, and I got a system, 2 controllers, blah, blah, blah. And this was the game that was in it. It was Kablooey. Not a valuable game, but it was part of the deal, so I went back and I got it. Okay, I'm at Fleamaster, walked around. This is what I found today. I don't really know what I paid for everything. I'll just add it up at the end. I know I paid $15 for this stack. These are $2 for 5 CDs. I'm going to put $5 stickers on these, and then that's Asia, Carly Simon, Best Of. Tears for Fears, A Best of Village People, Paul McCartney, All the Best. Kiss, Unplugged, Bruce Springsteen, Greatest Hits, Grateful Dead, and Decade of Steely Dan. I paid $3 for 5, $15 for that stack. All of this stuff I paid $1 a piece. This I want to watch. These are movies I want to watch while I'm on vacation. Whistleblower, Red Hill, Missing. I did not see any games for me today. I think over here I was the one who had obviously the most games, except for some game guys that are here. Maybe I'll take if they'll let me, I'll take a video of their booth so everybody could see where in Florida they come if you go to Fleamaster. This was $1. What was this? I paid $3 for this. Now I have the trilogy. I can see them 1, 2, 3 all together. So these are all movies I'd like to see. I'd like to see the Batman originals again. I also paid $1 for this. This is a good movie. I'm going to see if I can get everybody to watch this. And I also got the Hunger Games. So these are movies I am keeping to watch. And then I paid $1 a piece for these CDs. Rob Zombie, Eagles, Queen's Rice, Right, Genesis, and Skid Row. I got more in here. I also bought CDs. Let me see if I can get this open quick. The cases on these CDs are kind of beat up, so I'm probably going to switch them out. Oh, Land of the Lost. I've been wanting to see this again. I like Will Ferrell and this guy. I forget his name. So that's another one to watch. White Snake. This CD case is beat to hell. I'm going to switch out. AC/DC Live. Can't do much with that. It is what it is. Ozzy Osbourne, Osmosis, going to switch out the case. Kiss, going to switch out the case. And here's another Ozzy Osbourne, I'm going to switch out the case. And now, this is the last one I got. I got this stuff early. This stuff was 50 cents a piece. And it's mostly classical or music like that, like a treasury of operettas. Best of Great Ladies in Song, Leading Ladies. Serenity. Memoirs are the middle of this, and Beautiful Melodies of Our Time. I walked around enough. I got to hang out and help the wife. I doubt I'll be walking around anymore. This is most likely what I got today. Okay, this is my Fleamaster booth. I did not bring a lot of stuff, but I did bring all my games, old school, and that's what I mostly sold today. Most of the money I made was from games. Old school, and then I just randomly, I have some expensive games here, so I kept them close to the table. Wife did not bring a lot of jewelry. She only put stuff in the cases. So as you see, this is like a 1/3 to 1/4 setup for her. She normally has about 4 times as much. Random game stuff. This is my Game Boy Advance, stuff like that. I brought out some CDs. I don't expect to sell any. I did sell a couple of DVDs, and then here's just some random decorative stuff that I've been finding. I don't know if I'm going to sell any of it, but I'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens, and I'll know at the end of the day whether it was worth. To be honest, so far today, I haven't done half bad. The market is. Oh, one thing I must remember for myself. If this space from here to here is not that wide, I do not fit 2 of my larger white tables. Next time, personal note to myself, bring the 2 smaller white tables and it'll still be a tight fit to squeeze through. There are not a ton of vendors here. I didn't really find any games, but as I expected, I found CDs and DVDs. Here's an idea for this market. Most people that are walking by just seem to look at the stuff that's on the center table, right? So maybe what I should do, I mean, because they don't really come into the booth, they more like scan what's going on at the center. So maybe what I should do is if Marie sets up the jewelry, put the jewelry in the center and then sit by it if they have a center table available. Because then all the people will see it and they won't have to come into the booth, which they normally don't do. You know, they'll walk by the center, they'll see it, but if they have to come in the booth, they don't do that. So that's my idea.